Hello and welcome back to the truly Bedrock server. Today we're back again digging holes. That's all I'm doing at the moment, digging holes. But I'm enjoying it. So, this is what we're doing today. I had this idea, I had this dream. I say a dream, it was a thought. Basically, I've got these spawners here, and I think I might have mentioned it in the last video. I had this mechanic which I found, which I thought was really interesting, but I can't actually find a proper use for it. So today I'm going to try and put this to proper use, and it's going to be for a reasonably useless farm, because who needs spawners really at this stage of the game, but I want to do this farm because I think it's going to be fun. So let's go have a quick look at this mechanic. Right, so this is the mechanic that I found, and I couldn't think of any particular use for it, but now I have. So this is the mechanic. We'll watch. Zoom, up they go. Spawners spawn spiders and whatever mob in bubbles and in water. So basically, what this means is, because my spawners are quite low in the world, I'm not going to drop them down, I'm going to push them up. And I'm going to push them up instantly, all the way out of the spawning area. And then I'm going to get them to gather together somewhere up top, and then drop down somewhere nearby me onto a trident killer where I'm going to get the XP and the drops from them. So I've got this idea. That's the plan. Look at that go. Love it. This isn't going to be a terribly amazing productive farm, but what I want it to do is I want to put jars around them, like great big jars with soul sand at the bottom and some fires underneath, so it looks like they're getting boiled and sent upwards. And then they get sent upwards in the jars, get merged into a single hole together and drop onto the trident killer, which is going to condense the XP and drops out of them. It's not going to kill them, it's going to condense them, okay? Just like a proper chemistry set, you have condensers, you're going to get condensed spiders over there somewhere. So yeah, I'm going to work out the midpoint of these two. I'm going to dig up about, I don't know, I want to go 2 more layers up. And what I'd really like to do is have it not just condensed, but for them to come together, go up in a big whirly thing, and then go across and then down, you know? I've got all these ideas. I don't know if it's going to work. I'm probably going to get frustrated. But for now, we're just digging out a big area. So let's crack on with that. You can kind of see the 2 spawners very clearly and where I'm going to have the big flasks. Now, these are going to come out 5 in each direction, and I'm going to have the flask on the 6th block. So the 2 flasks are going to be quite close. Yeah. And I'm going to make this the floor level as well, so they're going to be big flasks, they're going to go up, and we're just going to get the spiders straight out of the way as quickly as possible. So I think the next thing that I need to do is actually get those flasks built up. I've just been streaming for a little while, and apparently I have some issues to work out with bananas. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is, we did some work during the stream, which is absolutely amazing. I got 2 of these canisters done, so basically these are now ready, and I figured this would look like a nice sort of concept for a Bunsen burner. So once the water goes in, there's going to be like a boiling section in the middle. I was a little bit worried about the lighting creeping through and stopping the spawning job working, and it's fine. I remembered that actually soul sand isn't see-through, so it's okay. So yeah, what I need to do now is I need to get up on top and work out how I'm going to get all of the spiders into one place and into one tube. And I might actually go into creative to do this. I need to give it a try before jumping into it. Right, I've been playing with this a little bit, and I think I've worked out how the water streams are going to go. And I say think because these are very small spiders and they're a pain in every part of the body, so there's a possibility that they're going to get to this point and just like hang out here and be like, nah, I don't need to go down, it's fine. But we'll see. So the plan is that they're going to be coming along here, then drop down there. So I might put a button here which I think might break their pathfinding, so they might think this is not a climbable block, in which case we'll be fine, because once we've got them into this pipe, we're done, we're golden. Absolutely golden. So, do I have... Oh, I don't have the stuff for a button here. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to go down below and start filling up that area, and I need to fit some redstone as well, so that I can switch it off when I want it to. So that's going to be the next thing. Now the biggest problem is, and I've actually literally just thought of this second, water actually reduces light by 2. So there may not be a way to actually switch this off completely. That's the problem. So even if I get a level like 14 light directly underneath, by the time it gets out to the edge, is it going to do it? I don't think it is. Anyway, we're going to work it out. We're going to do the job and see what happens. It might need me to put some light in 1, 2, 3 different places or 4 different places and work out the redstone for that. I think I've got the redstone set up the way that I want it. It's as you can see, I've got the lights out here. I'm sort of just worrying, well, I'm hoping that it's going to be enough light. It should be. It should be enough light to switch this thing off, but we're going to find out later. So as you can see, we've got an input line there, which pushes out all of the pistons, which turns on all of the lights, and I kind of like that. I think that kind of works. It's nice and clean without any extra redstone lines. So I think to test this initially, we can do that, and that we'll find out about in a few moments. I think it's okay. It's okay right now, so maybe that's enough. Probably about time that I filled in this hole. So let's see, where'd that go? So I need to fill in there. Okay, got it. Got it. Because I'm going to have to start filling this up with water. What we're going to do is we're going to test this one completely first. And then see. So I'm hoping that the spiders make the way all the way out to here. And yeah, then we'll find out. Right, so I've got so far with this. I've just actually finished streaming. If you didn't know, I'm doing daily streams at the moment over on Twitch. If you're interested in that kind of thing, there's links down below to the Twitchy stuff. But I've been doing a lot of streaming recently, so I've been streaming me putting in the redstone and basically getting slightly upset about the whole thing. So what I've discovered is I kind of can't actually turn this off. I can't do an off switch. I need to do some proper testing, because as you can see at the moment, we've got all of these lights. I've added extra lights, and we're going to see some spiders going up. Oh yeah, that's right, you haven't seen this filled with water actually in action yet. This is it filled with water actually in action. This is it doing what it's meant to do. But because I've got lots of lighting on, most of the spawn spots are kind of switched off. But there's a few locations where it's still switched on. So I think what I might try is, I need to do the maths on this, because basically it's taxi cab distances. So if that's 14, that's 12, 10, 8, 6. So up here, it's too bright or too dark. So the top level mostly is going to be too dark, and it's going to spawn. So we've got a light level of 14, 12, or 12, 10, so that should be okay. 8. Yeah, there's like a little ring where it's all going to be 6s, because that's going to be 10, 8, 6, or 12, 8, 6. I don't know. Basically, I think I might get away with it if I move these in. So I've been doing a lot of vaguely complicated redstone to try and keep this tight and tidy, but a lot of it is going to have to be removed and started over, which is okay. That's fine. I can do that. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to have another try at moving the lights one more time and see what happens. But it means me disabling the spawn of a few minutes, which requires a fair bit of glowstone, which luckily I have. Right, I've got this to this stage, and I think I have a functioning off switch, which is pretty nice. And I only lose the normal kind of number of places to spawn, which I would have done anyway, which is the one below the spawner. Yeah, just one block below the spawner. So let's switch this off. As you can see, there's been no spider spawn whilst we're here. Let's have a very quick look upstairs. Make sure that you get an idea of what it is that I've done here. Basically, spam lighting everywhere. So I've gone for a big old square of light in there, which isn't actually a problem because the spiders are going to get caught up in bubble columns pretty darn quickly anyway, and then zoom on up and go over. So yeah, that's not a problem. It's not a problem having this many spaces with just lights on. That is just catching a couple of locations on this corner. Basically everything is covered. Everything is covered. So yeah, a lot more lighting than what I imagined at first. I thought wrongly that I might be able to just get everything covered by this. I might move my lighting down a little bit. My urge to tinker with this further was completely wrong, and I should have just left it as it was, because I've done this corner here, and what I thought was, you know what, I could get the lights just down there, but you see that? They're spawning. So this light is just catching a spot. Just. Which this one is not. And it's probably right there. Yeah, it's going to be that column right at the top. So if I wanted to catch that one as well, I'd need another light there, whereas this one's catching... Okay. Undo. Undo. Control Z. Right, so off switch now. Happily completed. I'm not going to tinker anymore with it. It's looking quite nice in my opinion. It's not exactly what I wanted. Like, I really would like to get rid of this redstone up the sides. But I think once I've got the flames back in, it'll start looking right again. And I can work out all the redstone underneath the ground that's going to come back to the AFK point. And basically I'm going to use a pressure plate. So I'm going to have a pressure plate to stand at the AFK point, which I think is probably going to be... It's not going to be far from here. And that's going to make sure that that's switched on. So now that I've got that one worked out, I'm going to work out the rest of this system. So we're going to have like a condensing tube that goes round and round and round and round, down to a trident killer. Trident killer kills them. Awesomeness, loveliness. But I think because this has actually taken a fair bit longer than what I imagined, we're just going to do one of them today. And then we'll have everything worked out and hooked up ready for this one to be done. And then that one's going to have like a ready example. So I can do all the lighting first, which is going to make sure that I'm not going to have any problems with spiders. And it's going to be perfect. I don't think I mentioned, but I died in stream doing this. So yeah. Let's get this condensing tube worked out. I don't like cave spiders. Okay, I finally got a system set up which pushes the spiders to the end. Now I was having a bit of trouble getting them to get to the end because they were kind of getting stuck on each other. And I was worried about having too high gaps in there because I thought they'd climb the walls and get stuck. But apparently they don't get too stuck if it's a too high gap. So the too high gap sort of pushes them onto the end. Oh, some glass there, I want that. I want the glass back. The glass has been getting expensive. So, yeah, I got that. Now, from here... Which way do I go? I think I just drop them straight into a trident killer right here. And be done with it. In fact, if I drop them straight into a trident killer right there, and be done with it, then we're good. So basically, the aim right now is get a trident killer in place right there, and then this one can happen later, because this took a while, that and the walls, whoops, should happen much more quickly. Right, let's do this. Right, so it is kind of done. We're getting the XP, we're getting the drops. It's not quite what I wanted, and the XP seems to be getting stuck, so I'm going to try switching round these stairs so they're facing forward, because that's just kind of letting the XP come out to me, which is all I need it to do. But for some reason it gets stuck around the sides there, which is kind of weird. But I've got this lever set up so that you can see the whole thing in action. You can see the spiders coming down the health skelter very slowly. This is not meant to be a fast farm. If you're going to come into the comments and tell me that it's meant to be a fast farm, it is not. Spiders are not a good farm. This is fun. This is fun with farms, and that means I'm farming the stuff, but not very well. Okay? That's what I'm saying. I think a little bit of definition in the glass would make a difference as well. Like, if underneath where the water is I have actual dark blue glass rather than light blue glass, that might make a difference. But anyway, we're going to play with this between episodes. And then we're going to come back next episode and do this one super quick compared to this one. And the walls and the floors and the ceilings and everything. So it's going to be a real decorative job. But so far we've kind of got the helter-skelter spider boiler thing working 100%. Spiders get a little bit stuck, but they work themselves out. You see, look at this. They're just a bit slow. And I'm okay with that. So anyway guys, I just wanted to say thank you very much for coming by and hanging out and having a look at this today. I hope that you like this farm, and I really like it. I'm looking forward to getting this one done so it's all finished and looking right. So anyway guys, thank you very much for hanging out, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. Goodbye!